What'd you think, we died? Well, fuck, almost. Let's do it. What up, peeps? Welcome to 2019 in the bag video. Couple quick things to announce. One, we're back in the biz. We got some new gear, new equipment. Can't wait to start making new videos. Can't wait to launch the 2019 disc golf season with my in the bag video. Got a couple of updates and things to mention. First of all, I've been accepted back to Team Infinite Disc for the 2019 season.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
I'm super excited for that and can't wait to rep for them. Again, they're a great company. I personally started off this year with a brand new goal for myself, and that's to reach a player's rating of 900 or above. I've played in 2 tournaments. One, a dynamic disc challenge at Kit Carson Park in Escondido, California, where I shot at least 50 points above my player's rating for each round. My player's rating is currently sitting at 853. I shot at least 900 for each round, so I'm excited about that. Second, I played Las Vegas Challenge. Wow, that was a huge, right? Congratulations to Eagle for the win. Congratulations to Paige. It was just a great experience. I got to see so many disc golfers out there. And as you would all expect, they're all 100% rad people. Last year, I didn't get a chance to make it to the 4th round because I was so physically exhausted. In fact, I was at 397 pounds, the heaviest I've ever weighed in my life. I now weigh 347 pounds. I'm down 50 pounds, and I got a lot more to go. So I'm continually doing that. The cool thing is all these lifestyle changes and everything that I've incorporated in my life are pushing me forward, and they're also improving my disc golf game significantly. So I want to be able to say thank you once again to Infinite Disc for sponsoring me and our videos. You'll be able to find review for these videos on Infinite Disc. Just look under the specific disc that you're looking for and be able to find the reviews of each disc that you can see featured here in this video. One thing to keep in mind when you're constructing a bag is you want to have something that's going to be overstable, something that's going to fly straight, and something that's going to be understable. And I do that for both my max drivers, my control drivers, and my mid-range and approach shots as well, as you'll see in the next couple of discs coming up. So we're going to start off by my drivers. I gotta go with the very furthest flying disc I've ever thrown, and let me tell you guys, I've thrown a lot of discs. This disc goes at least 25 to 50 feet further than anything I've ever thrown anywhere. I got this both in a proton plastic and a neutron plastic, both at 172 gram, and they both do 2 things. Go hella far. The great thing about this disc is going to go flat and straight for me. Keep in mind, everything I'm reviewing here is at my particular arm speed. When I throw anywhere from 80 to 90%, I'm going to get about anywhere from 350 feet. Most consistently is 330 to 350. When I throw this disc, I'm getting 360 to 365 out of it, and I love it because of that. So this disc, I go for maximum distance. Next disc we're gonna talk about is the Infinite Disc Slab. This thing does one thing. It goes left, like big time left. I can use this as a specialty disc because of that. It gets me out of a lot of tricky situations. I'm gonna throw this disc, it's a really high speed, but I'm gonna throw this flat and straight, and it's just gonna go about 250 feet for me. Not much further than that, but it's gonna go dead left, and I love the reliability and accountability because of that. Next, we're gonna talk about a disc that unfortunately I fell in love with at the wrong time. Vibrum's no longer making any more of these. However, you guys can still find these on like Facebook collectors groups, eBay, of course, things of that nature. I found the Lace to be a very far flying disc for me. Well, the greatest thing about this disc is I'm gonna throw this flat and straight, and it's going to give me a nice little S-turn out of it. For the most part, it's gonna keep dead straight, and because of that S-turn that you're gonna get out of the flight path, it's going to land mostly straight. However, it'll hold an Annie. It'll also hold a hyzer shot for me as well. So this disc is really versatile. I love it for those specialty circumstances. Next is gonna be my workhorse, the Infinite Disc Faro. I carry this in a Metal Flake C blend, and I have this in an S blend as well. This is the prototype that they gave to the players when we first released this disc last year. And I throw this disc 80% of the time. Why? Because it's a maximum flight disc. I'm gonna get it to go really far, and it's going to finish really left for me, prominently left, a noticeable left. So I aim to the right of my target in order to get the best flight and maximum distance from this disc. Next, we're gonna get into the Infinite Disc Exodus. I carry this in two discs as well. Both of these are gonna be an S blend. However, this is a 160 gram and this is a 165 gram. The 160 gram has a very low flat profile, and because of that I get a little bit more distance with this one than I do the green one, but it's gonna be the same thing as the Faro. It's gonna go really far and it's gonna finish hard left. The difference is it's a control driver, it's a fairway driver, so this isn't gonna be my maximum distance, but it's gonna be something I need more control in, more precision, and make sure that it's going to go left. These are the discs that I throw. This green one with my team stamp on it has a little bit more of a pop top. You can't quite see it on the camera. I don't know if it picks up or not, but it's very, very domey. And because of that, it's got more glide and I get a little bit less distance on this one than I do the blue one. But I carry both of them because they both have a nice fit in my bag. Next is a blend that I really love. I got 3 of these all in G blend, and this is the Infinite Disc Sphinx. I got it in a 175 gram, a 170 gram, and a 165 gram, and they all do a little bit something different. The green one, the 165, is I'm gonna throw maximum strength, and it's going to go dead straight and finish almost dead straight. So it's a wonderful disc to have in my bag. It's also a control driver, I would say. It is listed as a distance driver, but I would say I have a lot more control with this disc. I love that the 175 is very accountable for me. The 170 that you're going to see, and which is the main reason I have this particular blend in the flight path of the drone, is that I can get this to go very far, straight, and then begin turning right. About 150 feet in my flight path, you're gonna notice the disc to go right, and then it's gonna carry right, and it's going to finish right. It won't be till the very end where the disc loses all of its speed that you'll see a nice little dump left. But I love this disc for far distant turnover shots. I love it. Get you one of those. Got it in the 165 because this disc is special. It goes right almost immediately out of my hand. And the cool thing about this disc, I can use it for a lot of specialty shots. If I want to throw like a Sky Annie, you don't hear that too often, right? You hear Spikeiser, Skyheiser, stuff like that, but this is for my Sky Annie, and I'm gonna pop this bad boy up, let it fly, and it'll finish all the way right for me, right next to my basket. Love this disc. Another disc I've had in my bag for a very long time, in fact, I've had this longer than any other disc in my bag, is the G-Star Innova Leopard 3. It does a lot of similar flight path and characteristics as the Infinite Disc Sphinx. Difference is it's not going to dump left at the very end, even when it loses its speed. When it loses its speed, it's just going to fall out of the sky and land flat down, and that's what it does. I love this disc, can't get rid of it. It's one of those discs that I have to have in my bag just for a little bit of confidence, and if you need one of those, if you need a binky and a blankie like I do, then just keep it in your bag, all right? Okay, every bag, and listen to me closely here, YouTube. Every bag, I don't care who you are, deserves to have a dynamic disc Justice in your bag. Just an amazing disc. I carry it in a Moonshine Plastic and a Metal Flake Lucid, and this disc is money. I carry it in a 180 gram and a 165, and it does one thing, just like my slab, it goes hard left. This disc is wonderful when I need to approach from coming from right to left. It's also, I'm only gonna get about 200 to 225 feet out of this disc, throwing at maximum speed, but I know what it's gonna do every time. It's very accountable. It's also a wonderful disc for sidearm approach shots. man, you can really throw this disc hard and not turn this over. That's the greatest thing about this disc. It's super reliable, super accountable, and especially when it comes time to really heavy wind circumstances. That'll affect your putt when you're shooting anywhere outside of like 15 feet. I was putting with my Justice because that's what the wind will do to you sometimes. Next disc is going to be, once again, my workhorse, and this is my mid-range workhorse. This is the Infinite Disc Raw. It is a very overstable mid-range disc. I got it in a 180 gram and a 165 gram. I like having that difference in weight in case, depending on how far I need to approach. But I can count on this going straight and finishing hard left into my target. And you need that in so many circumstances. Because of that, 80% of my up shots are going to be with this Infinite Disc Raw. Next, when I need a dead straight approach, I need something just to go straight and land straight down close to my target, I'm going to use the Infinite Disc Anubis. This is also going to be in C blend. I carry it once again in orange and 180 just so I don't mess up, and one in pink and 165. And for the same thing, depending on how far my approach is going to be, I might use a lighter one if I need to throw it a little bit further, or a little heavier one when I'm a little bit shorter in range. But this is a dead straight disc. It's going to be the closest thing I can find relatable to a EMAC Truth. In fact, you throw this disc on an Annie, it's gonna Annie. You throw this disc dead straight, it'll go dead straight. If you throw this disc with a bit of a hyzer, you're gonna get a hyzer out of it. This disc will tell on you and it'll do exactly what you told it to do. Next is my understable mid-range. It's going to be the DGA Tremor. I can throw this flat and straight, and I only need to throw it about anywhere from 50 to 75% arm speed, and it's going to go right. Depending on how fast I throw it will determine how right it goes. I love the versatility of that. I love knowing that when I need to get around a target or make it through a specific shot or hole, that I can take this disc out and let it do what it does. Do what you do, baby. Next, I got a couple of rollers in the bag. I got one roller for backhand, and I got one roller for overhand. My backhand roller of choice is the Axiom Virus. I carry it in a 150 gram. In fact, both of them are 150 grams. I'm going to release it on about a 60-degree angle, let it hit the ground, and keep in mind when you're throwing a roller, it's always going to finish towards the flight plate, okay? So when I'm throwing it, I'm right-hand backhand thrower. When I'm throwing it and letting it hit the ground, it's going to roll, then steadily stand straight up, and then once it finishes and it loses all of its speed, it'll just finish a little bit to the right. I've also got the MVP Motion, an incredibly overstable disc. By the way, no matter what mold you pick, when you're throwing a backhand roller, you want a very understable disc. When you're throwing a forehand roller, you want a very overstable disc. And that's what this MVP Motion is, a very overstable disc. Again, about a 60-degree angle. When it hits the ground, it's going to roll, then it'll stand up as it loses its speed, and then finish a little bit left of the flight path I threw it on. Lastly, we're going to talk about my putters. My putter game has not changed since, I'd say, 4 years, when my boy Big Willie, Will Marion, hooked me up with the Axiom Envy. He told me, throw this. I threw it. It went in. It's been my love ever since. I carry it in a plasma, both at a 165. I like putting at a 165 gram. And this disc is amazing. I've got 2 of them in my bag, and the reason is, this is going to be my putter, okay? I only putt with my putter. I don't approach with it. I don't do anything else. I just putt with it. This one is going to be, sometimes I need a really straight, flat drive. And I like sometimes driving with my putter. The hole that comes in mine is at LVC. There's a triple island hole. If you're not familiar with it, look it up. But this last year, on my first round, or my second round of playing the Infinite Disc course, I threw this disc about 180 to 200 feet. It landed on the second island, and then my second approach shot was just right underneath the basket, and it put it in for 3. That was a birdie. That's a par 4 on that tricky hole. So anyway, I drive this putter occasionally, and an Envy disc to drive is a wonderful thing to have. And lastly, the very last disc in my bag is also an Envy, but I carry it in Electron Firm because sometimes I don't want any skip. I don't want it to do anything but to hit and land and stick, and that's what it does. That's been my in the bag for 2019. We've got some exciting things coming up. I want to mention that we are going to be reviewing the M-Triever. It's another disc retriever out there. It's really rad. Can't wait to show you guys about that. Going to continue our series of the best bomber discs coming out really soon as well, so keep an eye out for that. Lastly, I want to give out some swag. You guys have been here with us for the longest time. You've been loyal subscribers and commenters. Shout out to Xander and a few other cool people, man. Dreadhead, what up, bro? I want to say what's up to all these guys. Thank you guys so much for always commenting, leaving us some love, and we really appreciate it. Dad's going to be back for these reviews very soon. He's the one controlling the drone in this footage. Dad had a little bit of a health issue, okay? Pops had a second heart attack, and it was really scary, really tough to deal with. In fact, it was a huge motivation for me in changing my lifestyle and a contributing factor as to why I'm down 50 pounds. But Dad's back at it. He's healthy. He's disc golfing. He's taking me and my friends money on weekends. Sucker fish, Dad. So you'll be seeing him in videos here really soon as well. In the meantime, what time is it? You know how I love giving some shit away, guys, and this is no exception. Keep it real easy on our channel. All you gotta do is like this video. Please be subscribed to the channel. We're gonna verify, make sure you are subscribed, and comment in the section below if you need some help. This is how you spell it: P-H-A-R-A-O-H. Pharaoh. Comment below in this video, okay? So what we're gonna be giving away is this Pharaoh. Oh, check you out. It's a 163 gram. This is money for me. I was gonna put this in my bag, but it was too pretty to throw. I just wanted to give it away to somebody who'd like to try this disc out, give Infinite Disc Molds a try, and we're also going to include this rad mini. It's a wooden mini by Disc Golf Nomad. Check them out at dgnomad.com. They're not sponsoring the video or anything. It's just a rad thing that was included in my LVC Players Pack. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a history in case you weren't there. I wanted to be able to give you guys something from that and say thank you for being subscribed and liking our videos and all the love and appreciation you guys show to us, all right? Thanks again. Have an amazing day, everybody. We'll see you soon. Peace.